Greetings Gothlings, welcome to Gothgirljournals. I'm Mina and I'm so happy that you could join me today. Today I am doing day 7 of Group on June, hosted by the lovely Tracy Fox. You will find everything linked down below, her website, her Etsy, where you can get the kit and the calendar for which creators are doing which day. You can just click and go and see their makes. Let's get crafting. Okay, so today's prompt says, from the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, bottomless vales and boundless floods, and chasms and caves and titan woods. Okay, so what this made me think of is werewolves running around all over the mountains and cliffs and woods and caves and all of that. It gave me werewolf vibes. So I've prepared some of the things we're going to use today. So this was the I can't open that. This was what was given as a for this day. It was a tag, and then almost like a tag pocket that the tag can go all the way into. I've worked on it a little bit, so with this one I've put quite a scary looking werewolf, and then I've put the moon, since they change on a full moon. And then with this one, white paper so you can kind of see. With this one I have done sort of a printed on overhead projector acetate thing. I've printed like a rushing river that is going through mountains and forests, and then there was a moon at the top. I've just made it look a little bit bigger so that stuff can peek through. This acetate is almost, because it's for inkjet, it's almost like has a glue on it, but it's only activated with water. So that's what I did. I just took an earbud and I kind of almost wiped off the printing, and then you can kind of see the glue has gathered around there, which I'm going to color a little bit with alcohol ink so that it doesn't look, so untidy. Then this is almost like a folder booklet file thing, so you can kind of put things in here. And then I've got the page that is from the monster ledger of the werewolf. And then what happens is when you close the sort of booklet, you can see the werewolf there through the moon. And then when you put the tag inside, you can just see the one eye and then the moon kind of peeking through, and you can see it peeking out at the top as well. So that was my kind of thing for today. We just need to add a couple more details and little words and things like that. So I'm going to start with adding a little bit of alcohol ink to here. Let me put it on white paper so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to use yellow. It's the Dale brand. Alone. From childhood's hour I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passions from a common spring. Okay, so I think it looks a lot better having a color. I didn't really know how water would react on this acetate, that inkjet printable. I didn't actually realize that it would go gloopy, kind of like glue. But I think that looks a lot better now that it has a color on it, instead of you just seeing kind of white squished glue. So I think that looks cool. I'm happy with that. And alcohol ink dries quite quickly. I put this washi tape around to incorporate it because I've used this washi tape before on other projects, so I wanted to kind of incorporate it there. And now we have to decide where we're going to put this one. So maybe on the back of the tag would be a good place to do it. So I want to make this, I was inspired by Bella Boo Creations. I will tag her down below. And I want to make this kind of like scratches from a werewolf. So I've just cut 3 slits into this card, and then I'm just going to kind of distress, you know, pry it open and tear in that into, so it makes it kind of like claws. From the same source I have not taken, my sorrow I could not awaken. Let me show you up close. So now what Bella did was she put some, it was quite amazing, it's like this red acrylic paint, but it's so runny. It actually comes with a dropper. I've never seen runny acrylic paint sold anywhere. I've actually just never seen it before. I don't have that. So I think I'm going to use my alcohol ink again, because that's sort of the reddest thing I own, and then hope that, you know, it will add a nice effect. This is the Dile brand again. I don't know if putting it directly on is a good idea. Well, we're in it now. I kind of didn't want it to go around. I just wanted it on the foldy bits. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know if that looks like a scratch. Like if I were to put it somewhere, would you get the impression that that is a scratch? Maybe if I backed it like that, that does look slightly better. What I can do is take some acrylic, just normal red acrylic paint, and just paint the little lifty bits. My heart to joy at the same tone, and all I loved alone. This has actually made a big impact. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it looks much better. That's the scratch. I'm first going to back it on this black paper. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life was drawn. So we've got that. And I'm now trying to decide, do we want it just on the back? Maybe here. And then if we have the prompt like this, let's do a bit of inking. From every depths of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. Is it a good idea to do this on the tag? I don't know if I must maybe put these on the back of the booklet over here. Just cut it shorter. See how that looks. Let's cut a little piece and see where we can put it. Just fray it. I can actually put that part underneath, so give a bit of layering there. From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold. Now we can just embellish it a little bit more. This says sample, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I put them in here, some numbers in here. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna use normal glue for this one. It's a bit of a collagey vibe. Oh, and then we can use our little dots that I dyed red. That's 1, and that's 2. There we go. Okay, so we've done the back there. So now inside, I've got some words here. So this is from Release the Crafton. I will link her down below. It says psychomancy, a conflict between the body and the soul, which I think is a perfect representation of, you know, what is happening with the werewolf, conflict between the body and the soul. From the lightning in the sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm and the cloud that took the form. There we go. I do like the way that looks. And then up here, I wanted to put moonlight, because it's referring to this one down here. The moonlight shines down. Oh, possibly, I could possibly put the little red dots on either side of this as well. I'll see how that goes. And then this side, I've got two other words that I've pulled. I've got werewolf and I've got cursed, because it is a curse. Werewolf, moonlight, cursed. Dun dun dun. I like that. When the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view. Okay, the cursed, the werewolf, and moonlight I need to embellish just a little bit more. Okay, let me show you the full thing. So that's that. We've got, we need to put something on the front here, which I got no clue what we're going to put. Just give me a second. Okay guys, I'm back. That took a long time, but I just finished it off just to not make this video too long. So I'm going to show you the front. I enhanced the werewolf's eyes with a white highlighter pen. Then I added this at the bottom, and it's Advesperascate. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's the approaching dark. Then I put this on for a charm, and then if we take this out, this is still looking good with the werewolf's head there. And I'll show you this one first. I stamped some teeth because the werewolf's teeth will fall out. I mean, the human's teeth will fall out when he changes. Then here I stamped silver bullet, which is what is used to kill them. Then on the back here, I made a pocket with a cave because the poem talks about caves. The poem also talks about fountains. So I put in a little journaling card of a fountain, and I stamped a skeleton hand but with claws now, new claws growing instead of nails. The man by the full moon, and then he changes into a very dapper werewolf. And then on the back I've stamped the kind of skeletal system because that's what changes when they change, and it says danger and beware. So that is the tag of tags. And then what I've done is to close this, I've just put Velcro dots here, and then I didn't add anything to here. I think you have seen the back here. So you see it mentions fountain and it mentions caves. So I thought I'd add those. Yeah, that is pretty much day 7 for me. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're enjoying things, please like and subscribe. If you want to leave me a comment, I would love that. And I will see you guys for day 8. Farewell.